Alright, so welcome on travelers. Today, or rather yesterday actually, this post went live, right? This is about the new trade and item factions. Now, Last Epoch is gonna come out on the 21st of February, right? 2024 rather. It's not gonna take like another 400 years, don't worry guys. And so this one is about the trade factions, right? They, I think, spoiled some of this stuff like about like half a year ago or like a year ago. And basically you have the Circle of Fortune and the Merchant Skill, right? And whenever you create a character, as far as I remember, you basically choose at some point, I don't know, like if at the start or like at some point like when you like play through the game, you choose like either to be with the Circle of Fortune or you choose to be with the Merchant Skill, right? And to break it down, Circle of Fortune is basically like what you want to choose when you play like solo self-found, right? And Merchant Skill is like what you want to play when you want to play trade, right? Because Merchant's Guild enables trade. As you can see here, right? Merchant's Guild enables trade, and Circle of Fortune makes it easier to like get items on your own. And they have apparently like a prophecy system here. Whatever that exactly is gonna mean, we're gonna check out in a second here. And also how similar that is to the PoE's prophecies that have been in the game for like a long time, but got removed I think like a couple of leagues ago. We'll also see, right, like prophecies have been a staple in PoE for a long time, but not anymore, I believe. So, yeah, let's start out here. They have made a video. I mean, I guess we just like watch the video, right? That's like...
Greetings, travelers. I'm Judd Kobler,
easiest.
founder of 11th Hour Games and game director for Last Epoch. Today, we will be discussing the highly anticipated item faction system coming to the full release of Last Epoch on February 21st. We're very excited to release this innovative new way for players to participate in the deep and rewarding item hunt that Last Epoch offers in the way that they like to play. By joining the Merchants Guild, you will be able to buy, sell, and trade items through the bustling bazaar. Or, if you choose to join the Circle of Fortune, you'll set your sights to the stars and be able to bolster your item acquisition through prophecies and increased item drop rates.
Oh, these are like devotion pages. Not really, actually. The cool thing is, this is like an in-game like trade site, right? No need for like any third-party sites.
If you choose to join the Circle of Fortune, you'll set your sights to the stars and be able to bolster your item acquisition through prophecies and increased item drop rates. Okay,
so what do we see here? Increase the Circle of Fortune rank, unlocking more prophecies. So it's like a reputation system, I guess, as well in here that we have. Okay.
System is the result of many years of debating what the ideal trade system should look like in a loot-based app.
What do we have here? Arctis Prophecy, event, Death of Abomination, condition, Fourth of the Outcast timeline, reward, unique body armor. Okay, so you basically like, you have favor that you get in whatever way, like playing through the campaign maybe, or like doing missions. And then you can basically like choose prophecies, and then you basically like choose prophecies depending on the content that you probably want to do anyway. And you get basically like additional loot on top of that. Or you can like look for what kind of loot you get here, and then choose the prophecy depending on the reward, right? And then like just do that content to get that reward. For you to do it like that though, I think the reward has to be like very, very impactful, and like just getting one unique body armor.
Action RPG, tons of collaboration with our amazing community, and many sleepless nights of game design meetings.
Dude, these new areas look dope though. Holy shit, what is this?
With our game design team. We found through extensive polling that players of action RPGs are split nearly down the middle when it comes to those who want their experience to heavily involve trade and an economy, and those who want to focus on finding items themselves or with close friends. We believe that through the item faction system, we will deliver a tailored and exciting path to hunt for top-tier items for both camps of players. In Last Epoch 1.0, you will join a faction once you reach the great mercantile city of Majelka. When you select to join the Merchants Guild or the Circle of Fortune, a new interface will become available that will let you access details about your current status with your faction.
Okay, so once you get to Majelka is I think like, what is it, Act 4, 5, something like that? It's pretty nice. And then you get like the different factions, like a progress bar here. I don't quite understand how you get the favor yet, but I mean, I'm sure it will be self-explanatory either like in the video or like in-game later on release. It shouldn't have to be like that hard. And you try to just like do some quests or like kill some monsters and stuff like that.
Notice reputation, how much favor you currently have, and what benefits your faction is currently providing you. Let's talk about these briefly. Reputation within a faction is a core part of how the faction is going to be benefiting you on your journey. As a representative of that faction, you will continue to increase your reputation by killing enemies and completing quests. For the Merchant Guild, this includes participating in the Bazaar and completing trades at your current level. And for the Circle of Fortune...
Wait, so if you complete trades, you actually gain more favor? Oh, interesting. So like, they're kind of like forcing you into the mechanic, which is, I guess, not bad. It's okay. Why not try it? 1.0, actual 1.0, yeah. This year.
Means completing prophecies that will divine certain items after fulfilling the foretold conditions. Through earning reputation, you will ascend ranks within your faction, earning you unique benefits and options. Once you have ascended...
Wait, so you get like... So you unlock prophecies, and you can basically like slot these into your like prophecy tree, whatever, I guess?
Items after fulfilling the foretold conditions.
Maybe.
Through earning reputation, you will ascend ranks within your faction, earning you unique benefits and options. Once you have earned reputation within a faction, that reputation stays with your account in that game mode. This means if you rank up a cycle character, all of your other cycle characters will have that rank when they join the same faction and contribute to that faction's reputation gain.
Okay, that's pretty nice. Cycles are basically the seasons of Last Epoch, by the way, if you don't know. Like, Last Epoch is going to have seasons, and I'm pretty sure like Cycle 1 is basically going to start whenever the game launches, and then like you will have like Cycle 2 and so on and so on. I mean, we know seasons from like Diablo 4, or Diablo 3, Diablo 2, even Path of Exile, of course, and also Grim Dawn with community seasons, right? So you all like know how that works. Like resetting all the progress, everything is going to be reset every single season. Which makes, of course, this being like account-wide, you only have to like do it once per season. Like the only viable way, honestly, like this is how it should be, right? You set up to like, of course, yeah, depending on like which side your character has chosen, you can only like progress that one faction, not the other one.
You may switch factions and earn and maintain reputation with them.
Never mind, you can actually also switch factions on one character, so you can like play one character and be on both factions. That's kind of this is a bit concerning maybe, because like you could play like Circle of Fortune first, right? Like get like tons of stuff like quicker on your own, and then later start trading, go back to the Merchants Guild. But I'm pretty sure actually they said something at least last time that like some items that you acquire through like the Circle of Fortune, they are like untradeable or something like that. So you basically like don't get an advantage like going Fortune first and like Guild later. But we'll see.
No penalty to your earned reputation with the other. There are currently 10 ranks to achieve in each faction, with the later ranks requiring quite a bit of commitment in order to obtain. So, while you have the freedom to change your faction at any time, you will want to pick a faction and stick with it to reach the most powerful benefits that they have to offer. It is important to note that you can only be a member of one faction at any given time per character, and items earned with the benefits from those factions will require that you are aligned with them in order to use them. So most
Okay, you need to be aligned with them to use them. But I mean, if you just level up both, you can just like switch factions and like... Okay, I mean, you can't like use both the items from both different factions at the same time. But depending on the build, you could like switch factions depending on the items that you need for a certain build.
Players will want to stick to a faction that rewards their preferred playstyle. Next, let's talk about favor. Favor is the currency you will earn while slaying enemies or completing quests for each of the factions. Favor is separate from reputation. This currency can be used to either complete trades with the Merchants Guild or acquire new prophecies from the Circle of Fortune. And if you find yourself with excess favor, you can always spin the wheel with the Faction Gambler. Item gifting to party members has been in the game for a while now, and it isn't going anywhere.
By the way, look at all these like new... The new art looks insane, actually. Okay, this is old art, but like these are all new. It's very cool.
Item gifting to party members has been in the game for a while now, and it isn't going anywhere. However, it's important to note that once you have joined a faction, items will start being tagged with the faction you were part of when they dropped. This means that while questing, if you are a member of the Merchants Guild, and an item drops for you, that item will still be shareable with anyone who is in the party, like always, and be available to be sold, provided that you meet the rank requirements in the Merchant's Guild Bazaar. Just be sure that the person you are trading it to also meets the same faction requirements. The last use case we wanted to solve for are friends who choose to play together and just want their own little trade group, which brings us to resonances, which are a new type of item that can be found when you are questing with your friends or party members.
Resonates with Kavarosku. Okay. Okay, so usually, right, like when you are playing together, you can like gift every item, like all the items you find when you're playing together in the same session, you can like gift all of them to the other player, right, that you're playing with. But I mean, resonances are there so that you can like basically gift an item to someone else that is not, I mean, that you have like played with, right? But at the point when like an item dropped, you did not play with that person. But then afterwards, or like before that, you played with that person and you got the resonance before or after the item dropped. And you can like apply the resonance on the item, and then that item can be traded to that person, right? This will still be within the limits of the faction systems, right? So you cannot gift like a Merchant's Guild item to somebody who's playing Circle of Fortune, not the other way around. But it does bypass gifting restrictions. So you can basically like still gift other people stuff that you found in Circle of Fortune to other Circle of Fortune members when you play with them together a lot, and you get like resonances for that player, right?
This item can be used to enable an item to be gifted specifically to the player that you have a resonance with, even if they weren't there when the item dropped. We know a lot of times players will play with their friends, and then later you'll be soloing a piece of content and the perfect item drops for your buddy. Well, thanks to the new resonance system, you will be able to gift them that perfect item the next time you see them. As those of you who love loot-based action RPGs know, trade and economy is a very complex and divisive issue to solve for when catering to a large player base and different playstyles, while keeping the item acquisition hunt feeling great. We can't wait to get your feedback.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Focusing lens. These are new too, right? Focusing lenses of alchemy. Increased chance per rank to find belts. Right. Oh, it's like magic find, basically. Where do you slot these?
The system that we've come up with alongside you, and we thank you for all of your continued input and passion for helping
wait, where the fuck do you slot those?
And we thank you for all of your can't wait to get and different playstyles, while keeping the item acquisition hunt feeling great. We can't wait to get your feedback on the system that we've come up with alongside you.
Huh? This is question mark. Like you can buy them, yeah, but like where do you put them? Do you have to have them in your inventory like charms? No way, dude.
And we thank you for all of your continued input and passion for helping make Last Epoch the next great action RPG.
Bottom left of the cosmetic page.
There is so much more to explore with the item faction system, so check out the deeper dive we have on our forums, and we look forward to seeing you in Last Epoch February 21st.
Okay, that's cool. So basically this means like Magic Find and Circle of Fortune is not like it's like never really gonna compete with power, right?
Different play styles, while
because like in other games like Diablo 2 or like Path of Exile for like a certain amount, I guess, as well, Magic Find always like competes with like power, right? With player power, with like combat stats. But I guess on this game it won't. Which I personally like. I mean, I know it like takes away like one part of like the theory crafting, like basically like it takes away from the thought process of like, okay, how much defenses or like power can I strip from my character, and how much Magic Find can I put on it on top and get away with that, right? And I think that system, like thinking about that is interesting on softcore. I think it's not really like that great on hardcore to think about that. And also I personally don't like it that much, but I mean, it's just like a subjective thing. It's like interesting though, like this game doesn't want you to like have to choose, which I guess is like part of the philosophy of Last Epoch, making many things a bit like simpler and easier to like think about, and for example Path of Exile. And I mean that's fine, I guess, right? Like, it's supposed to be like a bit more maybe like casual, a bit more simple. But it still has like all the systems in there. It has like tons of systems now actually, like with this like magic find on top as well. At least for like solo self-found magic find, right?
Feeling great. We can't wait to get your feedback on the system that we've come up with alongside you, and we think...
I wonder how this magic find is gonna like... Okay, because like obviously if you like get magic find here, right, you're gonna have a higher chance of like finding maces, for example. But do they like mark all the maces that you find due to your like Circle of Fortune like magic find as being like Circle of Fortune only items that you cannot take over to the other faction if you like change factions? Like, do all of those also get marked? Because they should have been, like they should be, right? Because you're not getting these and like an item that you get because of you having this focusing lens, right? You wouldn't get on the other one. So all the items should be... But like, wait, all items being marked makes no sense either, right? Yeah, Oscar, welcome, and thanks for watching. Because like, what are you supposed to do when... Okay, like earlier, right, they showed a character being able to like basically like smoothly transition from like one faction to the other. But like, if every single item was marked, right, you would have literally no items. And I mean, you would just die then.
Thank you for all of
like,
your
that wouldn't make any sense either.
Passion for helping make Last Epoch the next...
So ideally, right, you would have like 3 markings, right? You would have like items that drop either way. You would have items that drop just because of your Circle of Fortune bonuses. And you would have items that drop because of Merchant's Guild, which I guess there aren't any that like drop because of Merchant's Guild. They're just items that you get via trading from Merchant's Guild, right? Which are marked like that. So if they mark it like this, then I think it's fine. Like also being able to like switch factions on characters. If they mark every single item that drops, that wouldn't make no sense in my opinion. I mean, it would be like the lazy way in quotation marks, but it would like make no sense whatsoever, right? But yeah, definitely, I mean, Circle of Fortune is like the solo self-found like faction to go for, and the other one is the like trade faction, obviously, right? And if you want to do basically something like group found, right? If you want to do group found, you also play Circle of Fortune. Unless you never want to play with your other group found people. I guess, okay, if you're playing group found, it depends, right? Are you actually like playing with your friends in multiplayer or not? If you are, you can go Circle of Fortune, like trade via like either being the same game or via the like residences, right? But if you're not, then you have to play Merchant's Guild, right? Okay. I mean, I think that's fine though. I think they like covered pretty much all ways you want to play the game in general, which is not a bad thing. I mean, that's a great thing. Like no other game makes it this easy, right? Brief history from the launch of our Kickstarter campaign, blah 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 blah. Do you want to read all of that? Not sure about that. But yeah, basically, like, they asked people, like, they asked the community, right, like, do you want, like, SSF, do you want trade? Polls were, like, 50-50, so they were like, fuck it, we'll just do both. Which, honestly, is nice. I mean, that's pretty cool. Oh, it was December 2nd, 2022. I said earlier this was, like, half a year or, like, a year ago. It was, like, oh, it was over a year ago, even, holy fuck. After many design meetings, yeah, okay, so basically this is just like, yeah, what you already know. If you've been like watching this channel in 2022 at least, then you know what this is. Basically, yeah, they asked people and they want like both, so they just made both. Isn't the bazaar like an auction house? It's better than what Diablo 4 did. I mean, 100%, 100%. Trade is horrible. Because you can't trade more than once, was it something like that? Yeah, it's still trade, it's just like limited trade, yeah. It's still like 100% more trade, or like infinitely more trade than not being able to trade. But yeah. If you buy an intermediate item, you cannot resell it. Yeah, and you gotta like basically think about, okay, do you wanna like invest currency now to be stronger for like the next 10 levels? Or do you wanna save that currency for later to be weaker in the next 10 levels, but like to proceed slower, right? I think that's a fine trade-off though. Like that in particular is not really like a problem. What you think, or like what you're saying, right, as though that you, I mean, generally you can't like buy something then like sell it later, which on one hand would make it like a no-brainer to just like, I mean, while leveling you will just always buy because you know you can like always sell it later, right? Maybe like for a smaller price, but you will always be able to like sell it, so you like always lose less. And I mean, yeah, it's like the way they do it though, it always like makes you a bit more hesitant to like buy stuff though, that's true. The crafting is so simplistic though. I mean, some things are still rare though, like very rare and like hard to get. Those items are completely worthless. I mean, they're still like worth it for you to like speed up your leveling process, right? Like they're still like worth in the like original sense of like the item being worth for your character, right? They are not worth it in a economic sense, really, when it comes to like reselling it later. And it's like in real life, right? Like in real life, if you bought something and you knew you could never ever resell that item, right? Then you would think more about that item and like be like, okay, do I really need it for me, for myself, for the next like 5 years or something like that, right? And then you might be like, okay, yeah, I actually need it, then you're gonna buy it, right? And you're like, yeah, maybe I actually don't need it, then you wouldn't buy it, right? But if you knew you can resell it anyway, you're more likely to buy it, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I guess it like puts more weight on like what is actually worth for you, for your character in that specific moment, right? And if it's still worth, then I think you still buy the item though. There can never be a legacy of an item. What is the legacy of an item even though? I probably haven't played PoE enough to like understand that even. I mean, okay, like compared to real life, the legacy of like some old Ferrari that has been like bought on auction for like this amount of millions of euros, and then like on the next auction it gets resold for like even more, and then even more, and then even more. And people are always gonna like buy it for higher and higher and higher. Until it's like just a piece of scrap. Yeah, like how jewelry is. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the entire like jewelry, like economy in real life is basically that as well. It's true. But then again, also I would personally like never buy or resell any jewelry in real life either. Honestly, I think that's like, I mean, maybe I would. It's hard, man. Like because it's like a way to like circumvent inflation, of course, right? I mean that's why like people like hoard gold and stuff like that as well. Is the crafting alley really simplistic? It is not. I don't think it even like matters how hard or simple the crafting is. What matters is like how hard it is ultimately to get a certain item. Because how hard something is to get determines the value, not like how simple or complex it is to craft it. I mean, the other thing in Last Epoch though, okay. I mean, yeah, like what it eliminates is like, for example, looking at the bazaar for like nice base items that have like tons of forging potential still on it, right? And you could still like buy them to try to like craft for your own characters, of course. But you would never like buy an item, craft on it, and then reset it. Because, and like try to make money, like currency like that, right? Because you can't. It's just like, do you want this kind of gameplay, the gameplay loop in an ARPG or not? And the PoE developers are fine with that being in the game. The Last Epoch developers do not want that in their game. And I guess that's like fine, right? It's fine. It's like different decisions. And it's always kind of gambling, right? Because like somewhere in the crafting process there's always gambling, right? It's all like chance based in a way. And if you know how to craft it well though, like if you know how to craft something well compared to somebody who doesn't know how to craft something well, then on average you will always get like better results than like somebody who doesn't know how to craft well, right? And then so then like your basically like crafting ability compared to like somebody that doesn't know how to craft is gonna be like above average, and thus like your results are gonna be like above average, and thus you should be able to make money crafting an item because you can set it for like a lower price than what the average person would have to invest. But it's still like higher than the average price if like everybody was like investing the same. But since like everybody doesn't know how to craft it right, you can set it like above the price of the average but like below the price of somebody who wouldn't know how to craft it. Basically, right? And also some items, depending on like if they are like part of a build or not, kind of like easily increase or decrease in price. That's the other aspect of it, of course, right? It's not gambling if you don't even craft. Ah, you can just hoard? Yeah, you can just hoard. I mean, hoarding is... That's a problem in real life too, though, actually. Like, hoarding is like, hoarding is oof. Hoarding is not good. Or like an economy in general. Like, hoarding is good for the person hoarding. But not for, like, the society overall. It's more about inflation, though, not hoarding. Yeah, I guess. I mean, eventually you would always have more currency available to you because you can just like farm more of the currency compared to the... But you can always like get more items too, though. Like there is a currency inflation, yes, but isn't there also an item inflation? Like, inflation in ARPGs goes both ways, right? It's not like the amount of, like, total drops is limited. Like, if the game in total only had, like, 100 items, right? And you would... Like, nobody would ever be able to, like, drop more of that one item, because once, like, all 100 items per season dropped, it doesn't, like, it doesn't drop anymore, right? If it was like that, then of course the price would always rise. But if it's not like that, then I don't really, like, see... Like, the inflation goes both ways, right? Like, there's gonna be more items, but also more currency, right? Since, like, there is no bank that, like, actually prints currency in ARPGs. But some items are always worth more, though. The game prints currency. Yeah, but the game also prints items. Yes, Epoch is very generous with drop rates anyway. Everybody will have all the items on trade anyway. Probably. And ultimately, yeah, like it will depend on like drop rates and like values of items. And it will depend on like what people are like willing to sell their items for as well, of course. It's like a psychological thing at that point. But I think like the inflation itself, it goes like for both the items as well as for currency in RPGs, right? Because it literally prints both at the same amount of like amount, right? It only matters for like certain items that are so fucking rare, right? That after like thousands of hours played by like every single one like player that plays the game, if there is like say like only 5 items and you have like instead of 5 you already have, and then you have 6 items instead of 5, right? That's like a big jump, right? But then like for like another like 1 or 2 weeks maybe there's only gonna be like 6 items. But like currency is gonna like increase a lot during that time, right? So there's like during that time the prices of course rise, right? But if both the item as well as the currency like rises by an about equal like steady amount, then the prices aren't gonna rise really. Yeah, like 4LP legend, like 4LP uniques. And then like, what's the highest you can get? Like tier 27, something like that. Like you have a tier 5 sealed FX, and then like triple tier 3, something like that. I don't know. And you have like 33 tiers, I think. Actually, you can have like a technically you can have like an exalt with like 4 tier 4s. Wait, no. Now you can have a exalt with 3 tier 4s. Yeah, 1 tier 5, you seal the tier 5 and you can like craft another tier 5 on top, right? So you have like what, 21, you have 31? Like a tier 31 exalt? Stuff like that, right? Like there are like people say like some items are like easy to get in LE. I don't think that's true. Like LE has some absolutely ridiculous items right now already, actually, and people just don't use them because you don't need them, but they do exist technically. Cost millions early on and billions later on. Yeah, but like why wouldn't someone like just hoard the item then? Because I mean, shouldn't he know he gets like more value later? I mean, probably yes, but also on the other hand, he needs like the value now, right, to reinvest into like other stuff. So to like speed up his own process, he has to like sell earlier. So he has to like sell for the max amount that he can get right now, but that max amount is never gonna be as high as like later on. So he's like taking the L willingly because he knows he gets the money earlier and then like can reinvest that, of course. So we're like always like, okay, do you want to like hoard the item so to get more value out of it later of that one item, or do you want to sell it now to like then get currency and reinvest that? And it's like stocks, right? It's same thing basically. More or less. Yeah, but you can't reset anyway, so none of that matters, yeah. It's SSF or SSF cheat code. I think it's still trading. It's just not like flipping. It's not like actual economy trading, but it is still trading. I'm not sure why they're like afraid of like actual trading with economy though. It's for the sake of obtaining gear, not for the sake of getting richer. When people say like getting rich though, like... It's like in-game, right? Apart from like RMT, I guess. But like, isn't getting gear also like getting rich in-game, basically? What do you do when you are rich and LA nothing? You get more stash space. Oh yeah. How? Wait, what currency can you even use for trading? Okay, let's look at all this stuff here. Joining a faction. Your first opportunity to either join the Merchants Guild or Circle of Fortune comes with your arrival at the upper district or the general merchant. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, like here you can choose your faction. Cool. Item faction panel. You have like a user interface for this. Looks pretty cool in my opinion. Shows you what you should do, what you get in a clean way. UI is clean, looks good. You like, it's like a reputation system like in Grim Dawn, or like favor system, or like renown system, whatever you want to call it, right? And you see what you get every single level. You see like probably if you hover over this, you will see like how much you need, right, for the next one. You actually see it here, I think. Yeah, we're here. You have the favor here, you see this here. You have a progress bar here. I mean, it's like all like self-explanatory, I would say. Rank and reputation. Yep. Okay, so you can gain reputation in 3 different ways. Gaining experience. Also, wait, what? No, it's, yeah, gaining experience with the... Wait, what? What do you mean gaining experience? They mean like gaining reputation. Wait, do you get reputation for, like, is it like actually tied to your XP bar? Anyway, you can defeat monsters and you complete quests while being aligned with them, and then you get reputation with them. I guess it's just like actually like tied to XP. There's no like actual like faction quests. It's just like you do any quest and then you get like XP, and that XP like also translates to like favor. I mean, okay. It's a bit simplistic, but I mean that's what we used from this game anyway, and that's fine. Okay, here we go. Okay, now it gets like a bit more complicated. For a larger boost of reputation, you will need to participate in the faction's core mechanic. This means completing trades when aligning with a Merchants Guild or fulfilling prophecies when in the Circle of Fortune. Okay, so you gain reputation when you trade. So you cannot resell items, but you're basically like forced to... I don't know if I like that. Like you're getting like forced to like sell and buy items. And the incentive for that is not like you don't, like you actually want the item, or like you actually want to like buy the item to like resell it later. But the only incentive is like getting experience with your faction. It's a bit weird, I think too, yeah, but... I mean, ideally you would still like min-max it, right? You would still like try to, of course, like buy an item that's like as good as possible for you, and like sell items that are not useful for you, but where you know other people might buy them, right? So the Stefan seems way more engaging. I don't know if like getting a prophecy that says like kill this monolith boss that you were to kill anyway is more engaging than like opening up the faction trading system site and like trading items there. I don't know about that. I think both are like engaging in their own way. to like a decent degree. I think it's fine. And then you choose whatever is more fun for you or yourself, of course. Having in-game goals that are tied to gameplay is more fun than trading to you. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I can respect that. It's probably the same for me as well. I mean, I just like SSF and ARPGs anyway, so I'll probably play as COF anyway. Circle of Fortune, but... You could see players skip the internal trade thing at level 95, and then in the end game you level up the guild from 1 to 9. I mean, yes, but what if you can just like buy an item that makes the leveling process to level 95 easier, right? I mean, you will still engage with that, I think. Like, of course you will, especially like if you start... Okay, I think last Epoch has less incentive for people like Empyrean and so on, right? That like they like basically play PoE to get rich, right? Like in-game rich, or I guess like IRL rich as well. But I think this system is fine for people that like start later into a season, like that are slower players, right? They just want like to get like an item right away, right? As you said, like a cheat code basically. Like I want this item right away. Okay, let's check if like somebody else like already is selling this item. Okay, boom, I'm gonna buy it for myself. But like for the guy like selling the item, what is the incentive? I mean, okay, it still like depends a lot on like what you actually get, right? What kind of currency you can trade with. Because if it's only gold, it's like whatever, right? Who cares? If you can sell like or like trade the stuff that you can craft with, like the runes and so on, it's a bit more important, I guess. Okay, faction reputation is separated in the same way as item stashes. Makes sense. Like catering to Diablo deaths confirmed. Yeah, in a way. It's not bad though. There are a total of 10 ranks to achieve with either faction. Obtaining rank 10 with a faction will take some time. Yeah, okay. Get on the grind, bad chest. Favor is a primary currency with the factions, separate from rotation. Favor is the currency you will use to interact. Oh, wait, I misread this. I thought like favor and reputation is the same. Okay, so there's reputation. Okay. So reputation is basically your experience with the faction that you can use to level up, and favor is like your goal, like your currency that you can use for that faction. Which you can spend on the faction vendor, which is for gambling, right? Yeah. The reputation is XP, favor is currency, exactly. Okay, and Circle of Fortune, you can use reputation, like you can use favor rather, to gamble, right? As they showed in the video. And if you're merchant guild, you need favor to list an item or to purchase an item. So it's like the tax, right? The tax for buying and selling an item is favor. Okay. Will this increase with item level? Because if not, then you will definitely like save all your favor until endgame, right? It has to increase by like it should like increase very steeply. It has to scale steeply, right? Because if it doesn't, then you save. Oh yeah, you also use the favor here to buy the prophecies, I guess. Yeah, sure. Wait, don't you like unlock prophecies with a, was it reputation or favor? Let's check again.
Trades with the note that once you shareable Merchant's Guild Bazaar action can just be found when you can be present with their friend, perfect of youth and different. We can't wait to get your feedback. Items isn't go being if you are a member of the Merchant's Guild like always. And be sure that use with your friends game. And if you find yourself with excess favor, you can this currency can be used to either complete trades with the Merchant's Guild or acquire new prophecies from the Circle of Fortune. In the Merchant's Guild.
Okay, so you have like these prophecies, and then you have to like, actually to activate them. You need to activate them with favor. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Item faction rank requirements. Okay, so like items that you find from prophecy will have like a faction rank requirement. The rank requirement of all the tooltips of a Merchant's Guild item will typically match the rank required to trade that particular item. So if you purchase a rank 4 idol through the bazaar, you need to be at least level rank 4 with the Merchant's Guild in order to equip that idol.
Good, you're back.
Hey, love the content. Mostly watch recording on your door.
On your dodo. Fucking Hans. Thank you so much for the resub, Archon. Welcome back, appreciate it. Thank you so much for the 11 months. Okay, but like what determines the initial rank of an item? Is it just like item level, or is it like depending on who sells it, or like who buys it, or depending on tiers of the affixes on the item? There is a list. Okay. For COF, items obtained from benefits of the faction will have faction requirement. Most items that drop for you will be influenced by your faction benefits, and thus you'll find a faction requirement on most dropped items you find. Okay. As your various faction benefits can influence the items in many ways, the rank requirement to equip the item will be based on your current Circle of Fortune rank at the time the item drops, while never exceeding it. Okay. So it depends on the item type. Okay. Where's the list? Oh shit, this boss is huge. Okay, let's just go through it and like look at it later maybe, when we find it. Yeah, faction vendors, okay. I mean, that's what they showed in the video too, right? Item faction items types can be powerful early on as you gain access to them, but will be outpaced by endgame item types to prevent FOMO. Okay, so they are supposed to be like useless for endgame. I kinda... Why didn't they just like make another gambler for the other guild too? Yeah, they can't be exalted anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true. Like anything that's not exalted is like not endgame viable unless the base is like insane, but I guess they just like made sure the bases aren't like insane, the implicits aren't insane, so yeah, that's fine. Faction gambling can be accessed by speaking to your faction leader, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Gifting faction items, they need to be like in the same in the same faction, the players. And they need to like meet the requirements of the faction level. Yeah. And they need to be either in the same like party when the item drops, or they need to like be able to get the item gifted to via the like essences or whatever they call it. Like. Okay, the hideouts look pretty cool though, like these merchant guild areas. There's a ship guiding you through the seas of trade in the bazaar. This merchants guild offers the power of trade. Players around the world visit the bazaar to offer their items to trade, so finding the right item for you becomes as simple as speaking to the right person and having the right currency. Your rank with the merchants guild will determine what kind of trades you'll be entrusted with, meaning with more reputation comes the opportunity to both obtain and sell more powerful and sought after items. By selecting to learn more about the merchants guild, you will okay. It's just like fluff text, right? That's cool, but... Okay, here, the Merchants Guild maintains control over their economy by marking any items which pass through the hands of the merchants. Trade is a sacred and permanent exchange in the eyes of the guild. After you've purchased an item for the Merchants Guild, it cannot be traded again. Okay, so this is basically like what is confirming what you just talked about, right? This is saying COF items can't be traded. This is saying you can't trade more than once. Thirdly, you must have built up enough reputation with the Merchants Guild to deal in the... okay, so like certain item types are like locked behind, which you see here, right? Okay, here it is. Here's the list, right?
Good, you're back.
Thanks for the resub. Roach, how you doing? Appreciate it. Welcome on, welcome on. Do they have to be the same faction to gift? It depends what you want to gift them, right? If it's an item that is not... how do you say that? Like aligned with a faction, then you can trade them whatever, right? If it's an item from the COF faction, and your trading partners in the guild faction, then I think you can still trade it. Like you can still, not trade, but like gift it rather, but you won't be able to use it, right? I think you can actually like gift all items, but the other player just won't be able to use it, right? Do you think the faction ranks carry over with multiple characters? They already said that does, right? Like faction reputation is account-wide. As long as you're like playing the same mode, right? If you're playing like hardcore, and then you make another hardcore character, then you'll have the same reputation, right? But of course, like hardcore and softcore is separate, or like hardcore solo is separate from hardcore multiplayer. Softcore character found is separate from softcore non-character. I mean, there's gonna be like 5 billion like different ways to customize your character, I feel like. So it's not like Grim Dawn. Yeah. You don't have to like redo faction reputation for every single character, that's true. I mean, you can speed it up in Grim Dawn, but you can't like carry it over, you know? Do all these quests get to level 70 to then like be able to buy a level 35 faction item in Grim Dawn? Yes. Oh yeah, and of course, you need enough favor to sell the item, and also the buyer needs enough favor to buy the item. It's like the tax that like gets paid by both. I think it's by both, right? Like both have to pay the tax, seller and buyer. Imagine not spending 3 hours grinding bounties to get honored rapid that was crossing. How to make rap account wild in Grim Dawn when some oppose each other. I don't think that's the main problem. I mean, that is a problem, but I think that one would be able to be figured out easily. The actual problem is like, there's no like, actually that's not wrong. That's not right. Well, I was gonna say like there's no way to like save the progress cross character, but actually you can, right? You could just, I mean, shared stash is literally that as well. So like you could set it up to be shared with other characters, the faction system. Revered could just sell a scroll that gives max rep to the faction. I mean, yeah. Could be like that. Okay, okay, here's the list as well. If you didn't catch it here, you can also like read all the ranks here. To buy items through the Merchant's Guild, you'll need to be stored. Yeah, okay. They're being like very descriptive here. I mean, it's not wrong to be like to have it like that. It just makes the post a bit too long for myself, personally. But I know like many people will have to read all of this to like understand it properly. And then there's like filters. Okay, that's nice. I mean, they have like one of the best filters when it comes to their loot filter already, so just using the same setup for the bazaar should be good enough, right? Skip the rank list. I mean, I really like looked at it like 5 times. What do you mean? Do you want me to look at it again? I'm not sure if this is a good way to do it, personally. I'm not sure about that. I said I don't understand the ranks. I didn't understand the ranks when I was like starting out the post at the very start. But like in the last 10 minutes I looked at this like 10 times already. Like what you were saying is true, like when it comes to like 20 minutes ago, like half an hour ago, yes, but like I did like literally look at this like in the last 5 minutes. What do you mean? Like I don't think this is even needed. I don't think this rank system is needed. Like why would you limit the items like this? I don't think it's needed. I think this is very arbitrary. Maybe favor doesn't scale down. Favor still has to scale, right? Do you have to favor like only scales with rank or like with item type? Okay, maybe this makes more sense than I think it does. Like exalted, unique, legendaries, all legendaries. Okay, does this make sense? I think it definitely makes sense to like limit legendaries behind some ranks here. To like speed up leveling. And also to like make your endgame more powerful. Because like somebody could like in theory like craft the perfect like leveling item, like leveling unique and make it legendary, right? And if you could like buy it right away, that would be maybe a bit too broken. But it would still have to be like... I would still be expensive, right? So like... a new player wouldn't be able to like buy it anyway, unless the seller for some reason like gives it away for free, which he shouldn't usually. Yeah, like, assuming you max this out, then you can use it on a second character. But if you don't max it out, then you can't. But new league, nothing of this matters. I'm just trying to like think about when this rank system actually matters, because I feel like basically this progression should be more or less in the game anyway, because of like how valuable certain different item types or like items are. I mean, this is fine, I just think it's like maybe unnecessary, right? Because you would have more or less this progression anyway. But what it does do is like it puts like certain... like there are like certain unique items that might be up here that are actually trash. And they should be like very cheap to buy. But because they're like in a rank 8, you still have to like get to rank 8 to buy like a trash item. But if it was just like economy balanced, like balanced by economy, you would buy this one, maybe like be able to buy this one like maybe around here already, right? Like way earlier. Early league progression stays untouched and twinks are enabled further down. Yeah, but like, and a trade economy does it automatically already. I just think this like... I mean, I don't mind it existing. Like, I think for some players, this could this could like give people something to like work towards, right? Because you need like some ranks and you need some like things to work towards, and people want to like see some progression, and this does give you like that sense of progression. On the other hand, I could see like some people being like, oh wait, yeah, shit, I can't buy exalted items yet, right? Because I'm not rank 7, I'm only like rank 6 so far, I can't buy this yet, shit. Like for some people it might be annoying to have like these limitations, even though they have like the currency to like buy the item, but they can't because they don't have the rank yet. And then again, for like people that actually like think about a system and just like progress the game naturally and like get currency like naturally, I feel like by the time you get to this rank, I think like in a normal economy, you would have like the currency to like get these items probably around the same time as you get the rank anyway, probably. So these items are usually like currency locked anyway, in a way. I don't know. If you're not a trade, trying hard to speed level, it can be useful. I mean, when is it ever useful to have like arbitrary limitations though? Oh yeah, the only way to gain reputation is to trade, right? Oh wait, no, it's also yeah, no, it's not the only trade, but you speed up your reputation gain by trading, which costs you further. They still haven't like showed like what you actually can set as a price, right? Okay, maybe that's gonna come. Let's see here. Buying items. Okay, wait, there's an example here. Can I zoom in on this? Can I make this bigger? Hello? No? I can download it? Oh my fucking god. Alright, buy for what? For gold? Wait, so it's only gold? It's gold and favor. Yeah, it's gold and favor. Okay, the favor is scaling. That's nice, right? Wait, it's the same item. Dude, it's like 3 times the same item and he buys the most expensive one. Why is he stupid? Because legendary potential? Oh yeah, 0, 1, 2. Okay. I'm just blind. Okay. Who gets to determine like the favor price actually? Is it the game itself? Does it do that automatically? Yeah, the favor is probably like the market, like the game determines that, right? Like the game determines that depending on like the amount of LP, the item level maybe, the item rarity, and so on and so on. Yeah, so... What do you mean it can't be the market? It is the market. I mean, the market of the game is the same thing, right? Like, if you sell something at the market sets the price for you, right? It's like, it's not you setting the price at the market, it's the market setting it for you, right? Like the market as in the game, right? Not the market as in the player. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, like I meant like the market as like the institution, right? Not the users. Like the market as an institution would be the game, the market as the people using it would be the players. Makes sense, okay, yeah. But yeah, anyway, it is the game, right? It is the institution setting the price for the favor, not the players. The players can probably set the price for the gold, but not the institution, but not for the favor, yeah. Okay. And I mean, I guess the favor cost is gonna be, yeah, like more or less like predefined, depending on like, well, item level. Wait. I have to look at the fucking item again. Okay, so here you have 25k, 3.2k. This is all Reddits with 1 LP. Level 50. Dude, LP like increases the amount like crazy. Holy shit, dude. This one needs... you can sell like a white item for 100 favor. Gold returns favor cost? I don't think so, no. No, it shouldn't. Dude, the favor cost is fixed though, like, you're getting punished for like buying or selling shit items then actually. Do white items not have crafting potential? Apparently this one doesn't, no. This one has 0. Usually they should have like at least some, but this one has actually 0, yeah. If it's a tax, why not let it be based on gold cost? Yeah. Maybe it should be. I'm not sure. But it seems fixed, right? Seems determined by the game. Yeah, but if the favor is fixed and not tied to gold cost, then like bad items will never exist on the market, right? Yeah, like the favor system... Honestly, like, if you're afraid that like reselling items is like creating too many hideout warriors, doesn't favor like fix it anyway, right? Like having a favor system fixes... I don't know, like I think with this system, right, they could have actually like enabled reselling items, I think. Because favor fixes it anyway, right? Dude, it's like they had a solution to a problem, but instead of like solving the problem, they just ignore the problem. It's like they had a problem for like which other games were like looking solutions, and they found a solution for that problem, but instead of like solving the problem, they ignore the problem. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, tax is a common thing, that's true. But like, if it's... It depends like what kind of taxes that's right. If it's just like gold, and you can get like gold in like an easy way. The interesting thing here with favor is like you can get favor only like in very specific ways, right? Wait, but don't you get... Oh no, you get rep from trading, not favor. You get favor only from farming, right? Wait, well, how do you get favor again? Like only from like killing monsters and so on? Fuck, where's favor? Ah, here it is, okay. The amount of favor you gain with kills depends on the experience the enemy gives. Okay, so favor equals XP. Like you get favor depending on XP, even though favor is currency. Wait, what? Don't you also get reputation depending on XP? But you can also get reputation through like trading and questing and so on, but you cannot get favor that way. Favor can only be earned by slaying enemies and completing quests. But I mean, there's not gonna be any quests in endgame, right? There's no quests. I mean, I guess, unless something like doing the quests and monos are favor. And you get like rep and favor in the same way, right? But you also get more rep by spending favor via trading, or like by spending favor to get prophecies. Do you have to trade shit items to level guild? You don't have to, but you can speed up your leveling process by trading. Right? Yeah, here it is, right. The first is by gaining experience, such as defeating enemies or completing quests, right? So you do get reputation and favor in the same way here. And then for a larger boost of reputation, you will need to participate in the factions mechanic. Right, so you get quicker reputation when you trade or when you do prophecies. But you can, like, not do that, save up your favor, and then level slower with reputation, but no. Yeah, basically you just kill mobs and then you get everything. But you can get more if you also like do this, right? But if you do this and you browse the store, right, then you're not killing monsters and you're not actually like getting XP, right? So you're not getting favor and you're not getting like actual experience. The gambling dungeon might make you rich, to be honest. If you can gamble to get items that sell for more. Maybe. Yeah, no idea how that's balanced right now. It's a numbers game, right? Like, it could make you rich, it could make you poor. And the bank always wins, of course, but... Okay, once you find the item you want, you will first need to make sure you have what you need to buy the item, including faction rank, favor cost, and the amount of gold that set is asking for. So as long as you meet these requirements, simply hover over the item, select buy, and you will get the final confirmation to purchase the item. Once you confirm the purchase, the item will instantly appear in your inventory or gift inventory if full, ready to equip. Okay, cool. But yeah, favor costs being probably fixed and not dynamic, depending on the gold cost, will mean that ideally you only want to like have good items in the bazaar and no trash items, right? Because nobody's gonna buy a trash item, and listing a trash item of the same quality is, well, gonna cost you the same amount of favor as like favor than like listing an actual good item, right? So, to sell items through the Merchant's Guild, you will want to start to visit what? You'll want to start by visiting your personal stall. This can be accessed through the vendor in the bazaar north of Majelka in the Vine Era, or selecting my stall on the right side of the window. Okay, you can like literally... Oh my god, it's gonna be like memed on by Twitch chat all the time. Like when people are stalling, right? My streamer is stalling again. Stalling in the stall. With your stall open, you will be able to view all your currently listed items as well as previous sales you've made. To list a new item, select list an item on the right hand of the window, which will open a small window to insert an item to sell, as well as your inventory to pull items from. To list any item, you will first need to meet the requiring blah 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 blah, okay. Okay, the Merchants Guild will automatically assign a favor cost to list the item based on the item quality, list the required rank, and provide your input box. Okay, item quality. So item quality is basically only... like, is the item... I guess it depends on, like, how many affixes it has, right? If it's like a... how many, like, total tiers of affixes it has, if it's like a rare item, maybe like item level, and then of course, like, is it unique or not? Is it like an exalted or not? Is it like a legendary? And then a legendary is, I don't know, some higher cost. And then of course, if it's a legendary, like, does it have legendary potential left or not? And so on and so on. Oh yeah, also crafting potential should, like, heavily influence the price too. Yeah. I mean, there's still one issue though, right? Because you can have the same item. I mean, you can have like two different items, both have literally the same quality when it comes to like crafting potential or legendary potential or like base quality or like affix tier levels. And one of them is just like a shit item, the other one is good, right? And they will cost the same. Because, yeah. I mean, not gold-wise, but favor-wise, it will cost the same. And that favor is something you, as the seller, will also have to pay. So do you actually, like, wanna sell shit items? You don't wanna sell shit items, actually, right? I mean... is that a good thing or a bad thing? Debatable. It is how it is, I guess, for now. But it will definitely like lead to the bazaar on average having rather only good items than like bad items. The idiot tax. Debatable, yeah. It is debatable. It is maybe just bad. This punishes new players for no reason. I mean, in a way it does, right? People will see like a cheap item, be like, oh shit, this item is so cheap, right? And then buy the cheap item because it like costs like low amount of gold, but it still costs like a fuck ton of favor, right? I mean, I guess they would have to learn the hard way, right? Like just play the game more, right, to get more favor. And if you play the game more, if you kill more mobs, then you get more favors. I guess it's fine, right? I don't know. I mean, punishing new players is honestly not always bad, right? Because you gotta learn somehow. I mean, there are some things about trading that you can't fix though, right? No matter like how many guardrails you put there. Like, does this like system prevent somebody to do RMT? Of course not, right? You just like DM the guy that like lists an item for like 5,000 billion gold. And then you DM him on Discord and be like, yo, can you like sell it to me for like 5 gold instead? And I like give you like 500 bucks like via PayPal right now, right? Same shit, right? Like it's the same thing. You can just trade P2P. You can't though. What do you mean P2P? Like player to player? Like drop the item on the ground, the other guy picks it up. That doesn't work though. That actually doesn't work. You, like, if it's a... Huh? Oh, you mean like, you can, like, do it in the bazaar? You can, like, trade to a specific player via the bazaar, you mean? Like, without listing it? Wait, how do you do it then? There's just a trade window? No. I mean, there's the gift window. You can gift. Yeah, you can gift. But to gift, you need like the gift essence. And to get a gift essence, you have to play with that player. Or via player to play what? Or via player to player trade. Huh. Okay, word. They have not mentioned that anywhere else. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Yeah, resonance, yeah, true, not essence. When during your stock, you can also unlist any blah 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 blah. Okay, there is no limit. You can like list as many items as you want, as long as you have the favor, of course, right? Do you get your favor back when you unlist an item? Maybe, maybe not. Yo Wolf, welcome, welcome. The stars guard our fate as the fundamental credo of the Circle of Fortune. While some see the power of coin, others dedicate themselves to intimately knowing the shape and nature of the heavens, and through it, to know the same of their... Okay, come on. Lore, right? With access to prophecies, they will gain the ability to peer into their future and find precisely where certain treasures await. Okay, cool. Lore, the observatory. Okay, it's like just another hub. Looks cool. Okay, so yeah, Circle of Fortune gives you prophecies and magic find for SSF. Enemies have 35% chance of dropping twice as many items. Wait, holy fuck, this like scales quickly out of control, doesn't it? 45% chance of Rune of Sense to be preserved when used on an item that requires at least rank 1. I hope they like lower the base drop chance actually then actually. Because if they didn't, this is gonna be fucking insane. 50% more likely to be exalted. Okay. And compared to like the ease of like getting an item through actual trade, like these numbers like might sound cool, like great, but compared to like actual trade, it's still not as easy to get like items compared to like trading, right? The whole set drops at once. I mean, the thing is though, like all sets are trash in this game, so it doesn't matter. Like, I think pretty much all sets are trash. Except for maybe like 1 or 2. At least so far. Maybe they're gonna be like good ones later on. Like in future patches. 25% chance of being exalted. Huh. This is pretty crazy, actually. It's pretty crazy for like levels 45 to like 80, I feel like. I feel like for endgame this is not actually that crazy anymore. And this is, I mean, this sounds insane, but then you remember set items are kind of meme in this game. So, I mean, it's cool, but yeah. What the fuck, where am I going? Why did I jump here? Be boomer, misclick. And in this one, items from prophecies are duplicated. Depending on like how many you get from this can be insane too, honestly. Like the prophecies they showed seemed rather basic, like get like one more item and stuff like that. Which then this wouldn't be that crazy, but I would assume like higher level prophecies are maybe like crazier, I don't know. Prophecies are pseudo items which can be purchased in the observatory to cause certain item drops or increase the odds of higher tier affixes being generated on an item when you complete the requirements listed on the prophecy. To acquire prophecies, start by visiting the observatory located north of Majelka town center in the Divine Era. Here in the observatory you will find 4 telescopes looking north, east, west and south. Each telescope offers prophecies for specific item types, armor, weapons, idols and crafting materials. And accessories. Oh, this is one. Idols and crafting materials one together. Okay. Upon peering through the telescope, you will observe a constellation with randomly generated prophecies represented by its stars. By hovering over one of the stars, you can see details regarding the specific prophecy, including the favor cost, the event which will trigger the prophecy, any special conditions for the prophecy, and what prophecy will reward upon completion. The more powerful the prophecy, the more favor it will cost to obtain. Okay. You can view all of the current prophecies at your faction window. Access through the Y key by default. You can have a maximum of 48 active prophecies at any given time. 48? Holy fuck. Prophecies can also be discarded through the faction panel. Okay. Okay. If sets are trash, then maybe that's what should be fixed, not having them all drop at once. Yeah, probably. Yo, Chuck, welcome. Using the Prime Strike Shaman.
Good, you're back.
Around 70 devotion points don't show the first points being spent, initial star ones. That just means that I have like respect them at some point. Like you can like look at the older grim tools, right? Like the lower levels. You will see which one I use there, and then later on I respect that one, because at some point you don't need them anymore. Because some other, like, for example, like a tier 1 constellation, like for example Eel, right? That will give you like 5 blues. That requires 1, so you need to like pick one in the crossroads first, get the Eel, and then you can remove the one in the crossroads because the Eel will like sustain itself. Yeah. Yo, Gooch, welcome on. Thanks for the 5 months. Appreciate the support. Welcome back to the Bloomers. Thank you. Prophecy events. The prophecy event will outline what particular event needs to occur. Yeah, I mean, okay, this should be self-explanatory, right? Holy shit. They like really do explain everything sometimes. I mean, it's not bad to do it, but we're gonna skip this, I think. Yeah, like you do something, then you do something else, and then you do something else, right? Like kill this in that and then get that, right? Okay. Okay, lenses are magic find, and there is a... Okay, you can put lenses in here. Okay. So you can basically like put lenses into your telescopes. So you can probably like put 3 lenses per telescope, maybe even more. Oh, and they don't... Okay, they're not actually magic find, but they influence what kind of prophecies you can see. So they influence the prophecies, not the actual... Like, not all the drops globally. Okay. That's cool. So this is kind of like... It's kind of like Atlas Tree, right? In a way. No, I mean not quite, but a little bit. Atlas Tree style. I like it. Lenses are items which can be purchased through your faction vendor, then slotted into the telescope. Lenses are permanent items, blah 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 blah. You can slot them into the... remove it, store it. Not consumable. Each telescope is equipped with 3 lens slots, unlocked at Circular Fortunes. Rank 2, 5, and 9. Okay, so rank 2 giving you 1, rank 5, 2, rank 9, 3, I guess. When you view the faction shop, you will find 2 tabs listing lenses, regional lenses, and greater lenses. Regional lenses are lenses which are specific to one telescope. For instance, an EOS telescope lens can only be fitted with an EOS telescope lens. And has a modifier specific to weapon prophecies. Yeah. Greater lenses can be slotted into any telescope, and you can add multiple of the same lens to a telescope for an additive effect. To help get a better idea of these lenses, let's take a quick look at what these lenses offer. So you want to slot this if you like only want to have like endgame but like monolith events, for example, right? Increased cost of all prophecies, but they offer twice as many uses before expiring. Okay. Navali quit PoE and came to LE. Makes sense. Last Epoch retirement home. There's 4 types of modifiers here. Lenses have which increase the chance for certain item types. Lenses which increase the chance for certain item rarities. Lenses which block certain prophecy activities. And finally, lenses which modify favor cost for specific prophecy effects. This offers a lot of power to customize the randomness of prophecies and focus them on the types of items you want. Yeah, this is kind of like PoE's take on like an Atlas tree, I feel like. In a way. I like it. What is Founders Frontier? It's the city builder by Crate. Like the survival city builder made by the creators of Grim Dawn. Increased chance of specific item type prophecy lenses for purchase. Unlock first lens slot. Yeah, okay, it's just like ranks again that like give you more options. Then you have the resonances, right, which you need for gifting. And then you have like different resonances for different item types. Dude, there's gonna be so many fucking items in this game. Like so many currency items actually, it's kinda crazy. But you can trade none of them. Because you can only trade with gold. Resonances are new item types, which drop when you play alongside a player for an extended period of time, blah 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 blah. And this is pretty cool, right? I like this. Solving like the gifting system like this. How long is an extended period of time? The answer, it depends. Okay, where is that supposed player-to-player trading? Do they mean gifting? You said there's like a sentence somewhere here. Player. Okay, trade. Where's that sentence even? Did you just make it up? Is Last Epoch better than Grim Dawn? It's different, yeah, it's different. Ah, here it is. For merchants guilds, items will regain a faction rank requirement when purchased through the bazaar or via player-to-player trade. Huh? Ellie is more modern, Grim Dawn is more classic. I mean, what defines modern and classic though? Huh? What? Okay, like one aspect of like modern ARPGs would be not having to play through the campaign more than once. Whereas classic is like you have to play through the campaign like 3 times. Like in Diablo 2. But like by that definition, like Diablo 3 would be a modern RPG and Grim Dawn would not be a modern RPG, even though like Grim Dawn came out after Diablo 3. And even for Grim Dawn, like that isn't really like that true anymore. Like right now, if you're like playing the game for the first time, you have to play through the game twice, not thrice anymore. And you can go to like only once with like items, right? After your first character. Grim Dawn is more Diablo 2 style, almost clunky, but Ellie is more smooth. Is it though? I don't know. I think Grim Dawn is as smooth as Last Epoch. It depends what you're playing, how you're playing it. I don't think Grim Dawn is clunky at all compared to like you think Grim Dawn has a similar clunkiness than Diablo 2? I think they couldn't be further apart personally. I think Grim Dawn is like it's not like the same as Last Epoch. I think like Last Epoch is smoother in some ways and clunkier in others, and Grim Dawn is the other way around. It's smoother in some ways and clunkier in others. But I think they're both like basically like 100 times smoother than Diablo 2, because Diablo 2 is like actually clunky. Yeah, if you want like a classic clunky game, you should try Titan Quest maybe. Like Titan Quest is like as clunky as Diablo 2 in my opinion. But Grim Dawn sure isn't. Grim Dawn has quite bad hit feedback. Does it? Maybe I played the game too much. I don't think Grim Dawn has bad hit feedback either. But maybe I just like got used to it too much, I played the game too much. Okay, what is like good hit what is good hit feedback then? Like when the enemy like has like a red outline and like flashes like when you hit it like in Diablo 3 or 4. I don't know. Or is it about like sound design maybe? I mean, to be fair, like some skills in Grim Dawn don't necessarily have like the best sound design when it comes to like their hit, I guess. Accelerated animations. Grim Dawn doesn't need accelerated animations, I think. I think they're fine. Like, if you think like your skill is too slow, then you just need like more attack speed or more casting speed, right? Sound and effects in Grim Dawn are kind of shit. I mean, yeah, they look like a bit muddier and older, of course, that's true. Imagine Grim Dawn with Blizzard's budget, they use some D4, yeah. Oh, that would be nice, of course. A wind up and a swing, which is faster. But they have a wind up and they have like a wind up, like a hit frame and like a whatever it's called after the hit frame, like a wind down, I don't know. Some games do it better. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to feel on the end, right? That's true. Like a recovery. The swing is accelerated for the actual impact. Okay, but like in which ARPG is it like that? The ramp PoE2. Yeah, maybe I just don't feel... I mean, okay, I've never played Victor Ram. I also haven't played PoE2 yet. But I mean, neither have you, right? Probably, so... Okay, faction rank requirements, I think we already understood these, right? This is... not too hard to understand. Faction vendors. Oh wait, both of them have faction vendors, so what? Wait, what does the Merchants Guild faction vendor do then? They were like only showing the COF one though. That's weird. Ah, no, we already finished. Okay. Closing.
Good, you're back.
Le Sax with the limited trading. Nomads trade cost favors to list items lose favor when you list items. On complete and SSF vision ruining the player experience.
You think so? Thanks for resub, Frosty Dark. I think the COF faction is well done. The Merchants Guild one is definitely like a lot better than they initially had. I don't quite understand why they... I think like, since they already have like a favor cost, like a tax, right? I don't know why they're afraid to like enable reselling of items. Also like not getting back to favor when you delist, yeah. And yeah, nomads trading, only gold trading. I agree, like those two are like the biggest content, like the biggest offenders to me too. Like only being able to like trade with gold and not with like mats, like or the crafting mats, like the runes or the affixes, the shard affixes and so on. Like those two things. Not being able to like trade those two is kind of a bummer. And I think the favor itself is fine. But not getting a favor back when you delist items is weird. Like why would you ever delist an item then? But having a tax, like a favor tax to list an item, I think is fine. Because listing gives a rep. Okay. Okay, but why would you ever like delist them? I mean, okay, that's actually fine. I'm basically like trading favor for rep then, right? Like you just want like quick rep, you just like list a bunch of like trash and like get the favor, get the rep. It's not that bad then, I guess. It just makes delisting weird in the first place. Like why does it even exist to delist an item then? It's like basically trolling, right? You should be able to trade characters. Trade your entire character for an item. And then you get the item but you don't have a character anymore. People undercut, so you delist. So then you have to delist to relist again for a lower price. Right, you can't change the... Like once listed, you can't change the price anymore. Yeah, but like resetting would be fine, right? Like as long as you pay favor tax, I think resetting would be fine. I mean, it's not possible right now, which I think is weird, but I don't see a problem with that. So basically, with two changes, I think this would be a good system, right? If you were able to change your price without delisting, and if you were able to resell, right? Because you have to like pay the favor tax anyway, right? And the mats, yeah. Want to trade full autos gear for full beast collar? You're stuck with too much currency in PoE. Okay, apparently there's also like Twitch drops related to factions. Where the hell are they? Which What? Why are they not in here? Huh? I think switching, as long as you don't have the ranks, always sucks, right? I can't see myself like ever switching. I mean, but don't you need like crazy CUF benefits? Because trade is kind of like crazy. Like in general, like just having trade in general is just crazy by default. Why put both together? They're not together though. What do you mean? They're not together. You can't buy leveling uniques. I mean, you can. You can buy leveling uniques. Like the reputation carries over, right? CUF and Gilda 1 ladder. You cannot ever trade CUF items now. Like like an item that's marked with CUF can never be put into the guild. Like you can gift it, yes, you can gift it, but you can't trade it on the market. It's character based? No. Reputation is faction, it's account based. Reputation is account based. It's of course like separate for hard. It's basically tied to your stash, basically more or less, right? Because if you share a stash with another character, you would also share the reputation with that character. So like a hardcore character would not share the reputation with a softcore character. And a like character self-found character would not share the reputation with a non-character self-found character. But if you're playing like softcore non-self-found, right? Then the reputation is like shared. You don't need to trade reputation. But yeah, not like only being able to trade gold is a little. I don't know. Like especially now, right? That they have like two separate systems, right? They have trade on one hand, and they have like solo self-found on the other hand, with like the circle of favor, whatever it's called, circle of fortune, right? And you have also the tax, the favor tax, to like list and buy an item on the market. Like why can't you like resell? And why can't you like sell for different things than just gold? In what world would you switch from CUF to guild and vice versa? It's if you play with a friend that is in CUF and you play the Merchant's Guild first, but then you want to play with that friend. That's the only reason. It's only good for casual players. Otherwise, it's like efficiency-wise, it's never good. No, you can play together, but of course you can play together. Doesn't matter what faction you are. But if you want to like play together and you want to like gift him items that you find, right? You can play together. You can always play together. As long as you're like not playing self-found. Like character self-found marked, right? Merchant is easier to level up as a second character. I mean, it probably should be. If you have the favor. And if you have like the reputation. So you need like at least one character to still like grind the reputation, which can be your first. Like you can use your first character to like grind Circle of Fortune and Guild favor. Is it account locked when you choose a system or character? What do you mean? The account is always the account and the character is always the character. Resonance exists, yeah, but you... But if you're like, your friend is playing Circle of Fortune, right, and they want to like trade your Circle of Fortune item and you're not Circle of Fortune, then you can't use the item. He can gift it to you, but you can't use the item unless you switch over to Circle of Fortune yourself. No, I think it, like all of that makes sense to me. Yeah, you can't use mixed gear. You cannot ever use mixed gear. You cannot ever do that. But you cannot use your old gear. Not all of your gear is marked. And if you have full merchant gear, if you have full merchant guild items that you all bought from the guild, then yes, you can't use that anymore. But there's still gonna be like tons of items that are not gonna be marked. I mean, there are like very limited use cases. Why would you play Merchant's Guild if you don't have merchant gear? Just CUF them? Yeah, I mean, as I said, like, I can't see myself ever switching either. Really? Like, ever. I would never do it. It's just there if you want to do it. But... has very, like, limited cases, use cases. I don't understand Frosty Dark, like nothing is locked, right? It's like you make a character, right? You choose hardcore, softcore, whatever. Right, and when you make that character, then all the reputation and stuff you find for your shared stash is gonna be for that mode as well. Right. Just play with 1k players in COF and trade via resonance. I mean, yeah. You can do that. Technically. It's... yeah, you can kind of do it like that. Like, resonance is pretty... how do you say that? It has the potential to break the system. It's dangerous. But if you want a second character in the other mode, how do you make that? Because all the items that you have are the opposite mode. The opposite tag. I mean, not all of them, but probably many of your good ones will have the tag that won't be usable for the second character, yeah. I mean, what you can do, right? Nah, it's gonna suck as well, right? Like, so what you could do, right? If you play like first character COF, you get to like max level, whatever, and then you wanna like grind Merchant's Guild rep for your second character, so that like your second character has like maxed out Merchant's Guild right away. Like, you can use your first character, right, to do that. But you would have to do it on your first character without any of your like COF tagged items. So you would have to have like a bunch of like neutral items that you can still use. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's possible, but not sure how like efficient it's gonna be. Or you just like, I don't know. I mean, I think it's more like you play like this season COF and you play like the next season the other one. Most of the time. That won't be the case, they said no FOMO, what do you mean? The no FOMO was only about the faction merchants, right? But I mean, items you get from the faction merchants aren't the only ones that have the tag. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's true, like, yeah. Yeah, Duchy, the faction items won't have like different drops. I mean, there are some that you can get from different gamblers, right? But those won't be like endgame viable, basically. Like, generally you can get all gear on all factions. Except for like the ones from the gamblers. But those don't matter for endgame anyway. Yeah, for world drops it's like, you can literally get the same items on both factions. But like one of them has basically like better drop rates for SSF, and the other one has like, you know, trade, which is like a huge boost in itself. As long as there are like enough people playing. CF gets way better gear. It's not, I mean, it depends how many people are playing, right? I'm not sure anybody here farms T7 hybrid helper belts. I mean, not in this chat, but like maybe if you ask like in Lizard's chat, maybe people do it there. Try to always beat SSF gear. I mean, yeah, why are you saying COF gets way better gear then? Like ultimately they won't, right? Because trade is a thing. Like trade like in itself is probably always gonna get better gear anyway. In a gameplay way? Yeah. But isn't that fine? Yeah, but that's the point, right? Like, the point is for them to feel different. That's the point, right? But the ruins trade. I don't know. If you really enjoy trade, then you will still play trade, I don't know. The only purpose of this is to not split the player base. I mean, I think it's splitting the player base quite a lot, actually. Yeah. I mean, it's splitting the player base, but you can still, like, play together with other people, right? It's, like, basically enabling, like, people to play however they want, while still also making it so that people can still play together. I mean, in the end, it's literally doing what it's doing. Like, it is basically working as intended, right? Like, if you feel like you rather want to trade, then you play trade. If you rather feel like you want to get your drops so you're on your own, but you want, like, similar, like, progress, or maybe, like, slightly worse progress, but you get, like, more items on your own, then you play the other one, like, you play SCOF, right? Just give SSF per character. I mean, that still exists as well. Character self-found still exists on top, doesn't it? Like that also exists on top. Like if you launch the game right now, right, you can like these merchants, like these factions are on top of like all the other options that you have, right? It was forced by people. I mean, yeah, it was like used as a, like an additional challenge layer. It kind of like became its own like game mode at some point. That's fine. Right, like you have like online, offline, sort of like a split. Then you can like create online character. Then you will have like, okay, select class, whatever. Then you have standard or hardcore, like this is another split. Then you have flashbang. Oh my fucking god. I mean, basically... And it wasn't if you played... No, if you... if you played offline, your character didn't get locally saved, yeah. Okay, right, so you have online, you have offline, you have hardcore, you have softcore, right, these are really like split like this, split like that. Like, this is how many, like, different splits you can have in this game, right? You have... what is it here? Character found. Character found. Character found. Character found. Character found. Masochist is disabled forever, I guess. What do you have in offline? Okay. Wait, they have no more like account found. They actually removed that, I think. Okay, makes sense. Like non-character found, character found. And then, right, each of these is like its own thing, right? Like each of these bubbles at the bottom now has its own stash, right? Its own like separate shared stash. So you have like already like 8 different stashes in the game, right? And then each of these, like within each of these, you can have characters that are either COF, Circle of Fortune, or Merchant's Guild, right? You have these in every single... what? Single one of them, right? Okay, and can you tell me now which characters can play together and which one can't? Do you know? all can play together. I mean, that's not true, right? Because these are all offline, these are all online, so they can't all play together. That's the wrong answer. Like, which can play together now? Playing... this can play together with this, right? These can play together. These can play together. These can play together. These can play together. And so on, so on, right? Like, only these two can play together. Technically, you can't equip two types of items while you want to go two factions. What do you mean play together? Launch a multiplayer game and play together. Like two different people, right? I mean, to be honest, these can't play together because they're character found actually. Right, they can't do anything. They are like forever solo, right? I'm pretty sure. Wait, what if... Wait. Can you... Wait, what? Can you be online character found and play Merchant's Guild? That makes no sense, right? Okay, offline has no Merchant's Guild. That's the first thing, that's true. So these don't exist. You can play Merchant's Guild, but you can't trade. I mean, that would be so troll, dude. But it actually works? Wait, what? They actually... Wait, no way. Why would it even exist? That makes no sense. No way. It's like if you don't like prophecies, you can still play like Merchant's Guild and like play the way you wanted to play before, right? Okay. Like if you don't like the additional like item boost, then you play Merchant's Guild offline. Okay. Maybe there's some NPCs that you can trade with. Maybe, who knows? I mean, that's basically like Ruthless, right? Or like, yeah, it's kind of like Ruthless, I guess. Merchant's Guild offline is like Ruthless, I guess. We need a third guy that can only play solo but gives double experience to compensate. Okay, I mean, this is the system, right? Like, these characters can play together. Like, different players can play together. Wait, how does character found Merchant's Guild online work actually? Shouldn't character found be like you can only... That's the same bullshit, right? Wait, what? These also can't trade, right? So realistically, let's put out all the meme options here, right? Realistically, it's like this. You just flagged your character at creation. Yeah, but the thing is, you can change your faction, right? They made it so that you can change your faction, so they don't want you to be like flagged character creation. You see a lot of COF, like on my spreadsheet right here. I mean, that's not kind of like... I mean, majority of players, right? Like in PoE... Majority of players... play this right here. Right? You play softcore trade. Normally. But in PoE you have Magic Find and Softcore Trade as well, whereas here you only have Magic Find and Circle of Fortune, right? And the thing is, even if you're playing COF, right? As long as you're in NCF, in non-character found, you can still gift, right? Like all of these can still like gift. And if you want to like play with your friends and stuff like that, you can gift. And the gifting system, I mean, could be potentially exploited, right? Like, if you do get like a really rare item and you have someone that really wants that item, right? You can always make sure to set up some game where you like play with that guy for like an extended period of time until we drop like an essence or like whatever it's called. And then I can trade with him, right? Resonance, yeah. It's basically like everybody that loves trade would like play Merchant's Guild, but like they would only play Merchant's Guild, right, if the Merchant's Guild gives them what they want, I guess. And does it give you what you want? That's the question, right? I mean, there's like still... I mean, I think the system is not that bad, but like there's like 2 or 3 things missing from Merchant's Guild to like make it actually feel like rewarding. Number 1 being able to trade stuff that's not gold, like sell for other currency than just gold, right? Number 2 being... Or, okay, like you could have like gold being the middleman, right? But you can only put in items here, right? You cannot sell currency, can you? Right, like if you have like gold as the middleman all the time, that's fine as long as you can like list currency items, right? But you can't like, I think you can only like list items, right? Like you can't list shards or glyphs and so on, right? Yeah, like you would have to like be able to list glyphs, runes, shards, stuff like that. Like mats in general. Yeah. But you can't, so. That's like the, okay, that's like number one. That's in my opinion underwhelming about it. Number two that's underwhelming about it is, what the hell just happened? Is the favor cost being like fixed and not dynamic. Like in my opinion it should probably like rather be intertwined with the gold cost. Maybe, yeah, yes, I think so actually. But you also should be able to not just like lose all of your favor when you delist, right? Or maybe it could be like a mix of like the item quality and like the gold cost that you like put there, because right now, right, if there's like, there might be like one item that has the same like quality as like another item, but it's just like a shit item, right? Like the item itself is just shit, but it will cost the same favor to list it and to buy it, right? That's a bit, and I think that could be optimized. And then the rank system is like, I think it makes sense for COF. For Merchant's Guild, it feels a bit arbitrary. But I guess it's made so you can't like... I think it still kind of makes sense. I guess it's for... Yeah, it's I guess like supposed to be like that for like people farming in COF and then like getting rich in COF and then like switching over to MG and like instantly buying what they want. It's like this prevents that, right? The system prevents that. Yo, from Osh, welcome. And you can still use the Merchant's Guild to like buy a good base with like good crafting potential to like craft on it. But you can't buy the mats. So you have to like still farm for all crafting mats yourself. And you can't resell either. Yeah, like not being able to resell is I think another problem. Yeah, not being able to adjust your price without having to pay the favor again. That's a little weird. Just open trade or full SSF and not waste so much dev time on a system that no one gives a shit about. I think the prophecy system is pretty cool. But I mean, yeah, it is like the magic find for single player. And it's also like a system that you can't even like think about and like interact with if you're playing trade, right? Like getting the right prophecies, like looking at prophecies, thinking about like what's like good for your build or like what's good for like what you want to do next, like putting the right lenses and so on. There's like some like minor theory crafting you can do there, right? Like imagine in PoE if the entire Atlas tree like only worked on SSF, right? If you play trade PoE, you have no Atlas tree, right? It doesn't exist. That's kind of how this feels right now, I feel like. It's like if you play SSF, you get Atlas tree, and if you don't get it, right? It just doesn't exist. Like who would play, I mean, like imagine current PoE trade, right? And you can still like play trade the way you play trade right now, but you have no Atlas tree. Would you play trade? It's all about juicing. I mean, it's always all about juicing. Like every RPG ever is all about juicing to whatever is the most efficient thing that you can do, right? Without dying. And as SSF you can even resonance trade. Yeah, true. Like it's not even actual SSF, right? Because PoE SSF would be this right here, right? This, right? This is PoE SSF. This right here. This right here doesn't even exist in PoE. This is Circle of Fortune, Last Epoch. Which is not trade, but it's like you get the Atlas tree and the gift system. Magic find with gifting, yeah. SSF plus. SSF plus, except you play like in a 5-player group and you trade with each other and you gift each other all the time. PoE SSF is, yeah, it's true. PoE SSF is more like this, right? PoE SSF is you play offline Merchant's Guild, right? This is PoE SSF right here. This right here is PoE SSF. Offline Merchant's Guild. I mean, nah, you still have the Atlas tree though, so it's actually this, right? I mean, yeah, nah, it's not quite like that. That's ruthless? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, true, that's ruthless, basically. True. Merchant's Guild offline is ruthless. Maybe somebody makes a website with virtual gold and people who place UF can trade by that website. Oh, there's also like another news post that we should check out here. That's very important for you guys watching on Twitch, right? Let's see here. So, Twitch drops. What you need to know for launch. Let's go. So there are Twitch drops you can get on launch, starting February 22nd, apparently. Up until... Oh, you can get different drops every single day. Holy fuck, dude. Following week, starting 29th rather, each item will be available one last time in case you missed on the first go round. Okay. So you have like 2 weeks in which you can get like these insane Twitch drops. You can get the Mantle of the Professor, the Merchant's Mantle, the Blue Seer's Orb Pet, the Dire Guana Pet. And yeah. Here you see like when you can get them. Thursday to Sunday. And I don't know if like you can get these, or like if you can use this only if you are like playing the Merchant's Guild or like the Prophecy Circle. Maybe, probably. But yeah, these are the ones you can get. I mean, they look cool. They're cosmetics. Cosmetics are, I mean, visually nice. Otherwise, whatever. But yeah, kind of cool. COF mantles all you need? Hell yeah. The superior faction, let's go. Pets suck and the red is ugly? I don't think it's that ugly. What do you mean? It's fine. Vegan faction. The vegan one is the best one, right? What? It's another nice red. It's like too much orange, you mean? That's like some royal purple though. That's pretty nice. What do you mean? Like didn't you like the Merchant's Guild? I think the Merchant's Guild is fine, right? Except for like the things that are not fine about it. Circle of Fortune seems decent there.